Hey.
Hey.
How do you feel?
Okay now, but it was touch and go for a while. Lane will probably never forgive me.
I knew that flight. The spindle, giving her life like that. It'd be on your mind all night. How could it not? And I've been mulling over what to tell you this morning. I had a speaker like me. It'd ring false. So I'm going to tell you what I'd need. You did good. It was an awful situation, but you stood up and did what needed to be done without hesitating. Not many people have that kind of grit.
Not many points get to be the first one to fight something new, and fewer live to tell the tale.
A cautionary tale for most. A point of pride for those few. Look, I know you, Bryn. You're made of stern stuff. Any sense of doubt or being shaken is just snowfall.
That was the part you practiced, right?
Yes. But that doesn't make it less true.
Okay. Okay. Thoughts on what we do next? We obviously need to deal with that beast. But where to start?
We need to get everyone together. Our band...
At me?
Yes.
I know everyone's up in their heads right now, but we have real problems to solve.
Are you running this discussion, then?
She is.
Sev, this has to start with... We knew you were working with the Eye. We told you we'd have your back. Help us... Just breathe, Sev.
I'm sure Brit is sometimes called the Watersmiths. Imagine my surprise to learn our talents had been critical to the construction of the tapestry. Our order binds us to always help another Norian. Especially a high-ranking one like...
So that's how he sunk his claws into you.
The most important thing is whether we can trust you.
Yes, Sev.
I swear, nothing I did was intended to cause harm. Too many of my order are political animal craftspeople who just wish to perfect their art. To bring war, unfortunately, too many of those resources are controlled by... They're all the same. They see a point of control. I thought the secrets were a necessary evil for some great purpose, but seeing his chokehold on the Enclave, it's stagnation. You all have every right to distrust me. I am sorry.
If you can't be a Norian, then...
If you'd have me.
Those of us who have been here longer than Sev.
He's a great apprentice. And did what was right, still wasn't quick enough.
We need him. He's been exposed to Kenrick Stanhold's plans, and that knowledge may...
We've all had a very tough time since we came through the Veil. I would have grabbed for some kind of normalcy or order, too.
You are all heard. And I would add that you joined us under false pretenses, Sev. You had loyalties outside the...
I have a hard time accepting that he kept so much from us, but shared so much with who knows what Stanhild, or God's help us, the Talon heard about us. Only time will tell how much damage...
Lane, I hear you and I understand. Sev, that considered, you have worked tirelessly since... And before the blade could completely fall, you risked all by blocking it with your own hand. You can never be a Norian again. I do not sense that you wish to be. And who are the Weavers but a group of... You will stay, and you will help.
Thank you, Horia.
I'm sure we all have things we want to say. To Sev and each other. But that can wait. Right now, while we're all here together, we need to focus on... But here's our challenge. That Talon. It spoke.
Then let me, as Soria said... Hell, after I repaired the gate, Staniel took me complete, or so he thought.
Not realizing he was being manipulated.
He was increasingly estranged from his daughter. I'd wager he was desperate for...
I'd agree. Based on what he'd learned from the Surgeborn from his friend, he put together a plan.
Use my people as a distraction to pull the bulk of the Surgeborn out of the underworks. All while he used the gate to...
There is a place, deep, deep underground, known as the Sword. It's the secret to the Enclave's power. There was only a single loom gate still connected to the source after Asylum cleared all connections.
The Grand Gate would take him right to the heart of things then.
Exactly.
Staniel thought he could... what? Sneak down there and fix...
His hope was to go down and secure a working space. Sealed off from the distracted Sir. He wants to eventually fix things with the help of the...
That arrogant idiot.
He'd read in his personal archives there was a... in the hopes of discovering how it worked.
Meaning she might have been working on a fix for the source without knowing it.
Then we have to pursue her research, clearly.
Good. But we still have the problem Staniel never saw coming. A great Surgeborn.
Which almost certainly will be unkillable if it operates like every other Surgeborn. It's hard to imagine any place more full of tangles than the literal source of the magic that's overflowing.
On that, I have an idea. If I'm right, we might be able to turn the tables and I'll need Bryn's help.
Of course. If it
I agree.
Has anyone just thought to ask the Talon?
What would we ask it? Favorite color?
No, she's right. It is clearly demonstrated.
I'm not sure I'll get much. But I'm also sure...
Then we have a path forward. Sev will pursue his thoughts on...
My people have started calling it...
Of destruction.
Why not both?
Fine. Sev pursues weakening this herald, and if she feels like it, Bryn...
As good a path forward as we are going to find.
Bryn, I examined the wreckage at the Grand Gate.
Found something useful.
A kinetic strand, in fact. The Ark must have torn it from the Herald's pattern in the chaos of the battle.
Think we could weave it in...
I don't see why not. Its pattern appears to be quite similar to those found on Wild...
All right. We need
Then let's get to work. Finished. This will be...
How so?
This strand can twist kinetic magic. In battle, you could push debris or enemies through it and send them flying.
Could I jump through it? Hey, there's a lot of tall buildings. Flying creatures.
You're right. Just...
You are hardly in any position to make lofty demands. The Council convened and unanimously stripped you of your role. You no longer hold the...
And how quickly did you convene that? You hardly waited for my daughter's body to cool.
She is dead because of you. Because of your reckless behavior and deception, no less.
Harun, how dare you? Every decision I've made, every action I've taken has...
Abandoning her at the Grand Gate was for her protection. We all saw you on the scry, and that is Khan Arteme to you, Kenrick.
Is this a bad time?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
No. You're more than welcome at Cassidon's Hold. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
I came to offer my condolences to both of you.
Oh. Thank you.
She was nothing short of brilliant. Everyone in our Weaver band could see it. She dedicated her life to reclaiming lost knowledge of the Arcs. The world is better for it.
She was... exceptional. It's hard to imagine the Enclave will...
Then why are you so opposed to giving her the funeral she deserved?
With the Surgeborn swarming Denevron, we can't risk a trip to the Hallowpire Rise.
For generations, every Stanild has received the rite of ashes upon death. Isla will not be the exception to this.
Could I perform the rite on your behalf?
You? Don't tell me you're a Hallowpire priestess on top of being a righteous pain in my ass.
Skies, do you want a funeral or not? She's up.
Isla saved my life. I want to help you honor her death.
I suppose you do owe her that. Fine. For the rite of ashes, you need to burn an object that, as you collect the ashes, you must read a rite aloud to...
Do you have an object that was sacred to Isla?
Isla's most prized possessions aren't in Cassidon's Hold. She had a secret refuge in Dredger's Mire. You're sure to find something. She was always sneaking away at night to work there.
You knew she was sneaking out of Cassidon's Hold.
I knew my daughter better than she realized. Return to me with the ashes.
Thank you, Bryn.
You certainly wear emergency powers of authority comfortably.
A letter from Axel. I should take it back to her. A toy Archon. That's sweet. Tom, do you think this could work for the Rite of Ashes?
It's perfect.
Huh. Isla also had a copy on the workings of Archons. I'm building.
But what it
Few. must be the statue of your mother that the spindle mentioned.
One of the greatest enchantresses of her time.
That's a lot to live up to. Need to place the toy ark on the high pyre. Such a sweet toy. Now to collect the ashes. Though the flame abates and the ash grows cold, let she who worshipped you rest in eternal warmth.
Beautiful, Greg.
I'm sure I
There it is again. The sky is cutting in and out. Dom? Aurea?
We're... Can you hear me now?
You're back.
While you bring the ashes to Cassidon's hold, I'll analyze the scry. Something strange is afoot.
performed the rite, and I brought you the ashes.
Thank you, Bryn. Isla admired you. She would be honored that you did this for her.
It's not how she would have wanted things.
Enough! I know you're grieving. We all are. But you are no longer the Eye. And this disrespectful... You owe Bryn a thank you. And an apology for that matter. And not only has she gone out of her way to perform the rite for your daughter, but she saved us all from certain death at the Grand Gate too. None of which she would ever have had to do if it weren't for your...
For my actions! I know! It's all my fault. I should have been there. I should have stayed. The way she looked at me when I left her there. Never forget. I could fill a city with my mistakes. I should have supported her work. I should never have lied to her. My regrets will drown me.
Maybe they should.
Maybe they should.
My mother used to say, you can drown in your grief. It is unfair that you lost a child. No, I am so sorry that happened to you. You can spend the rest of your days counting the ways you failed your daughter. Or...
How?
just do one small thing a day that would make her proud to call you her. Start by helping us finish the work you wish you had supported in her life.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid. But there is one thing. The Ark in your camp, it's called the Ark of Verdance. An enchantress named Lucia de Crassus built it.
Lucia.
Consider it a thank you.
You deserve better from him, but that was probably all he's capable of. Come to think of it,
What will you do now?
take care of my people. Someone needs to. And you? You're going to try to fix the Arks.
The Ark we followed through the Veil. We have no idea, or even how it got us in here. If we're ever going to stand a chance of leaving, or bring...
I wish I could help, but Arks were Isla's expertise, not mine. Still, I agree. That Ark allowed you to pass safely through the tangles, where Surgeborn go to regenerate. If you're going to try to fix it, consider me heavily invested in your progress.
It's too great an advantage to ignore. Hey, I am every foot with you and she what? Dom, the interference I'm experiencing during expedition. Any idea what's going on with the scroll?
Not yet. The interference is certainly strange, but I'll need more time to act.
As long as it doesn't give out on us completely in the meantime.
However, I have taken a look at the Spindle's copy of the workings of Archons, and thankfully, and her notes are significantly less paranoid.
About that, Kenrick Stanild told me that Lucia wasn't just tinkering with the arc we followed through the Veil. She built it.
That is quite the revelation. What was it for?
That was all Kenrick could tell me. Or wanted. Sev mentioned that Kenrick had been feeding Isla information about could the Arc of Verdance be the fix she was working on without realizing it.
Yes. Yes! That could be it. Genius, Bryn. On my side, I dug into her notes. She was so close to a schematic, intricate... Solar has the final design ready for you. Essentially, we'll be creating a power core for the Arc. Most notably, we'll need a spec. This is the final key for an Arc to...
If we had built a power core,
She only made this discovery in the final days of her life. Through researching all the... Her research even theorizes that using one's own magic to power an Arc...
So she knew she was going to die at the Grand Gate.
She knew exactly what would happen, and did it anyway.
We can't let it be in vain. So, then the Arc of Verdance is our failsafe. Your design will get it...
She suspected it was kept in the Archon's hearth, stored near natural coral deposits for it...
The Archon's hearth once more. I wish Isla was here to guide me.
I could assist in her absence.
What the?
Bryn, what?
Aurea, the scry has been compromised by the surgeon. Stay off it.
Compromised is such a strong word. I just want to talk.
There's a lot of coral here. I must be getting close to where the Enclave stored shaped bars. Will the Surgeborn know our plan when I pick it up? I guess that's a risk I need to take.
I know the Underworks well. It is my region.
Like I'm telling you.
Whatever plan you concocted, that's what we work together.
You murdered my friend.
Technically, I didn't touch her. It isn't my fault she lacked the stamina to follow through on what she started. You and I have such similar taste in treasure. Whatever you're planning to do with that is nothing compared to what we could accomplish if we put our minds together.
I can manage well enough on my own.
You could do so much more than we manage.
The Surgeborn in the Howling Jail somehow has access to the scry.
We know. I can feel it in there with me.
The good news is, as far as we can tell, it only has access when you're in the underworks. At most, it seems to cause interference when you're above ground.
Until we can block its
All right. How are we going to fix this?
The reason Aurea can sense the Surgeborn presence on the scry is likely because it's wielding magic to communicate. However, unlike Aurea, the Surgeborn can't pull magic from the air around it,
But it can only reach me when I'm underground.
where the tangles are most dense. We need to cut off its access to raw magic.
That's where the spindle comes in. Thanks to her, we finally have the missing piece to get our escort.
It was a failsafe in the case that the source needed to be repaired. The Ark of Verdance will create a safe bubble against the tangles, which would be the...
Just like it did with the Veil.
Exactly. But without the crushing weight that caused it to fail.
So, the plan. We get the Ark to the source, it's stable.
Or at the very least, starts the process.
If the Herald waiting down there doesn't destroy it, I'll need to take it down.
That sounds dangerous.
It might be a risk worth taking.
We have to. The Enclave is overflowing with raw magic, and this sore. Too many tangles have led to the floods. They allow the Surgeborn to communicate and infect out the source under control.
Then that's our plan. We build a power core, then
I'll join you at Cassidon.
And with this power core, we can fix our Ark of Verdance.
Lately, I feel like I've been run.
Hey, I know things look blue. Don't let the Talon rob you of it.
You're right.
I always am. Now,
Khan Artime, my Weaver Band has repaired the arc we followed through the Veil.
To nullify the tangles at the source so it can be repaired.
Its anti-magic properties are why we were able to follow it through.
I see.
If we could get it to the source, we believe it could stabilize the Enclave.
Except the Grand Gate was broken when the Ark pushed the Herald back through it.
Surely there must be another way to reach the source.
Now that it's repaired, couldn't this Ark be used to leak?
In theory.
What are you saying, Khan Artime?
It's time for someone to protect my people. I need to use that Ark to get us all out of here.
You would leave with the Surgeborn running loose. Or worse, allow them to spread and wreak havoc across the Maida in your wake.
No one has succeeded in stopping them yet. It's time to set ourselves free before the Surgeborn overtake Cassidon's hold and kill us all.
Is shoving problems under the rug truly the Enclave's legacy? Because it's...
Agreed. Your people are better than this.
The Surgeborn has infiltrated our scry. It's learning how to use our enchantments against us. If we don't put a stop to this madness, how long until they overtake the Arcs? Or bring down the Veil and spread across the Maida?
That. Still, let's be clear. Even if you could reach the source, there's a massive
I'll be ready for the Herald this time.
And what are you going to do about all the tangles? Punch them before they disintegrate?
Sev believes the Aeroliths can manipulate raw magic, and we think if we can control the Aeroliths, we can make the source.
Interesting. You've put more thought into this than I'd expected. But, as you've said, you have no way to reach the source.
Fine. Our plan has a few...
More than a few.
How about this? If you can just give us time to present you with the final plan, it'll be your call whether or not we move...
I suppose that's fair. I can't pack up this stronghold.
One more thing. It's clear by now the Enclave hides its secrets well. If there's any information on the...
There are private records that can only be accessed with the Eye's signet. I suppose he's not using it.
Bryn did just save your people from certain death not too.
Fine. You can borrow it. You should find...
We'll arrange a meeting with you when we're ready.
Good luck.
Council records are meant to be public. Wonder what else the Eye was hiding from his people. Enclave.
See those massive pipes running along the roof? Memorian design. I recognized them earlier, and they prompted my investigation into the Norians and the Enclave.
I can see why Staniel chose you as his lackey. Until that message first.
Last time we went looking for answers in the Bastion. Half the documents were torn to shreds. What else were they hiding behind the Eye's secret? research that's been compiled on the ecological and geographic impact of the surge across the Enclave's landscape. There's an entire section on the widening of the Great Chasm.
Hope you're not afraid of diving into bottomless pits.
Hardly.
Despite the grand gates no longer functioning, there is a more direct way to reach the source by dropping straight down into a rift in lower...
You know, last time I wanted to charge into a restricted area.
People change. Maybe I've learned a thing or two about calculated risk-taking from you. And the prospect of securing the source makes this...
This is only one piece of the puzzle. The axle isn't going to budge until we figure out a way to lessen the...
With good reason. We don't want you to fry down there.
And I know your mother, for all her eye.
It's a little bit, it's like reaching...
I think she'd be happy to see it up and running.
I think plan.
Let's talk in your camp.
You're going to speak to the Talon?
I don't expect to get...
Be careful. And while I know you're not...
I just have to find...
It's a risk worth taking.
You... How do you have access?
Magic.
Seriously?
No.
You...